Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. What's up, guys? Can you guys confirm if my audio video is all okay? Audio video all good? Hi, Atharv. Good evening. Good evening. All right. So, moving on with the fundamentals, we're going towards bar graphs. Let's quickly look into this. So, bar graphs we have seen over the years have been asked in CAT. But direct bar graphs have drastically reduced, right? Directly giving you a bar graph and asking you to calculate stuff, that has reduced, but still you need to know how to read a bar graph and get data from there. So in today's session, we'll be doing two sets. One would be a simple bar graph and one would be a CAT level 1. Yes. Hi Ria, hi Chandramukhi, hi Sangram. So let's start off with a simple bar graph just to understand how to read a bar graph, how to get the data from there, and then in the CAT level, we'll go towards the advanced thing, okay? Let's start off with the simple one. Here in front of you is a bar graph. This bar graph is called a stacked bar graph. Yes, this is a stacked bar graph. Why is it stacked? Because one bar is stacked on the above one, right? One over another one. So here we've been given what the chart below shows the sales in $1 million for a US based electronics company for a 5-year period. So 5-year period, sales in million USD. Okay. The 5 years are 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22. We've been given two pieces of data here. One is international sales. The other is local sales. Okay. Cool. Yes, Radhika. What doubt do you have? Sangram. Yeah. All right. So if we were to pick up, say for 2018, blue is local sales. So local sales we know is 60. Yes. But what we would think is, okay, orange is going till here. So orange would be 80. No, that's wrong. 80 won't be the answer because 80 is if the bar had started from 0. Bar is not starting from 0. The orange bar is starting from here, from 60. So 60 to 80 is how much? Just 20. Got it? So 60 is local sales, 20 is international sales, and according to this, total sales is nothing but local sales plus international sales. So here total is going to be 80. I hope this is clear. Yes. So this is how you're going to pick up. This is how you're going to pick up values for 2019, 20, 21 and 22. From there, they are giving that profit is nothing but total sales minus the total cost, and profit percentage is profit upon total cost into 100. Okay. Yes, Radhika, you can. It doesn't matter when you start. It matters how you start and how intensely or how effectively you are preparing. Okay. Where, Sangram? Yeah, hi Varsha. Got it? So we can get this data for 2019, 20, 21 and 22. Let's have a quick look at the questions. There are 5 questions. All 5 questions are definite? No. The first one is definite. The second one is definite. The third one is indefinite. They're asking least growth rate. The next one is saying that if a profit of 25% was showed. See, here we have profit. So this is not extension, this is hypothetical. In which year is the ratio of income from international to total the highest? This is again indefinite. Now this hypothetical is based on what? Is based on the profit, and they are asking for the expenditure, which is cost. Yes, only this part of it is hypothetical, but we can find out the local sales, the international sales and the total sales. Okay. Sangram, okay, I'll inform Gaurav sir. Okay, go ahead guys, quickly make the table. I think it would be better if we have a table, right? Yes. Quickly make the table for this. Go ahead guys. So what would we note? Local sales, international sales, total sales. Yes. Local sales is all the blue bars. So I can make note of this. This would be 60. This is also 60. This is between 60 and 50. So this would be 55. The next one is between 40 and 50. So it would be 45. The next one is 60 again. So local sales is done. Then if I can find out the total sales, I can subtract and write the international sales real quickly. So this is 80, this is 70, this is 90, the year after that is 60, and the year after that is 85. So if I subtract, I'll get international sales. This is 20, this is 10, this is 35, this is 25, sorry, 15, and this is 25. Perfect. So we have all the data. We don't have to worry about the data. We have all the data. So we can jump off and get into answering the questions. Okay. Extensional. What is that? Athar. What extension you mean? Okay. Cool. So we'll jump off with answering the questions. Let's see if we can quickly jump off to answering the first question. What is the average annual growth rate in percentage of total sales from 18 to 22? Total sales from 2018 to 2022 AAGR. How do you calculate AAGR, average annual growth rate? What do you do first? You do find out the growth rate from initial to the final. So from 80 to 85. What is the growth rate? The growth rate is 5. Growth is 5 upon 80 into 100. Am I right? So this would come up to what? 5 by 80 into 100 would give me 6.25%. Okay. This is fine. But what is this? This is the overall growth rate. We want average annual growth rate. That means we need to divide this by the number of changes. How many changes? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 changes. So 6.25% over 4 years would fetch you how much? So 6.25 divided by 4 is 1.5625%. What they're asking us to do is type in the closest integer. What's the closest integer? 1.56 is more than 1.5, which means 2% will be our answer. Good. Clear, everybody? Any doubts here? AAGR is sorted. Okay. Yes. Very good. 2 is perfect. Very good. No issues, Ishant. Let's go. Let's go to the next one, shall we? Let's have a look at the second question. The second one is asking for the compound annual growth rate. AAGR is average annual growth rate, or you can also call it as SAGR. AAGR and SAGR is the same, where S stands for simple. Yes. Because you're looking at the duration, the changes. 1, 2, 3, 4 changes. Okay, Sangram? Cool. Any doubts here? Okay, let's go to the second one, which is asking for compound annual growth rate, CAGR. What's the difference between average annual growth rate and compound annual growth rate? Average annual growth rate means same 1.5625%. Same percentage increase for the same base value. On 80, if I apply the same 1.5625 percentage for how many years? 4 times, right? Applying it for 4 times would give me my final value. Correct? This would give me my final increase, which would come up to be what? 5. Correct? 80 is 1.5625 percentage for 4 years. 4 times would give me 5, which is nothing but 80 plus 5. Got it? 80 plus this value. But here what happens is, just like compound interest, values increase from the base that changes. Yes. So from 80, when the value changes, next percentage will be applied to the new value, new principal, just like compound interest, right? So how do you do this? Hi, Shubhraj. Okay, Aryan. How would you do this? How would we do this? Compound annual growth rate. So for compound annual growth rate, there's a direct formula. If you know and remember the formula, you can directly use the formula, which is basically whatever is your final value divided by whatever is your initial value. Yes. When you do this, you'll get a ratio. Getting this, you'll get a ratio, right? This ratio is over how many years? This ratio is over how many years? 5 years. In this case, they want 19 to 22. So you will not include this value. You will not include 18 value. They just want 19 to 22. Okay. So that'll be 1, 2, and 3. So this will be over 3 years. Getting this? So when you apply the nth root for it, where n is number of changes, okay? This will fetch you your multiplicative factor, subtract it by 1. Then what do? You want it in percentage, you multiply it with 100. I hope you're getting it, okay? So same thing if we apply from 85, from 70 it became 85. So 85 is your final value, 70 is your initial value. So what is this? If I apply this formula, it will become 85 by 70. Whole root how much? 1, 2, and 3 changes. So cube root minus 1 into 100. Yes. Able to get this? But now the problem is what? When I do 85 by 70, when I find cube root, I can't find cube root in CAT. In CAT, I cannot find cube root. Why? Because CAT can help me with square roots. It can't help me with cube roots. Or it can help me with what? So I can find out square roots. I can find square roots. I can find the 4th root. I can find the 8th root. I can find the 16th root. All this is possible. All this is possible if I continuously keep doing square root. But I can't find the cube root. It's not possible for me at all. Yes. So here what you do? You go reverse. You look at it the other way around, right? So instead of going from the question to the answer, we go from answer to the question. That is, we look at the options and we choose one. Let's say I can see 12.5, 26, 35, and 50. I know that from 70 to 85, is how much increase? 85 by 70 when I do, I'm getting 1.21. That means it's just a 20% increase. Just a 20% increase overall. Getting it? Overall itself is just a 20% increase. So for me to find this out becomes very complicated. Yes. So I want to do what? I want to take the cube root of this. I want to take the cube root of this, which cannot happen in our CAT calculator. So I choose one of the values, any one value. All these values are random. So I can either check with 50% first. I know 50% is not possible because it's too big a value. I can check with 35, 26, and 12.5 and choose one out of those. But I know these are very awkward values. So what I'll do is I'll look at an easier number. Let's say between these two values, I can look at 25%. Yes, if 25% can work, if 25% works, or I will, obviously 25 is not there in the option. So what will happen? Either the value will be lesser or greater. Based on that, I can judge. So I'm going to try with 25%, which is what? 1.25 times, correct? 1.25, how many times? Thrice, that is cube of this, applied on the value 70. This, if I do, this should give me 85. Will it give me 85 is all I have to check. That's it. So doing cube is easy, right? 1.25 into 1.25 into 1.25 when I do, I get the cube for it. Then I multiply it with 70. I am getting 136, which is such a big value. I should be getting 85 only. 85 final value only I should get, but I'm getting 136, which is almost double. No, I don't want this. That means if 25 is not working out, it's going to be what? It's going to be 12.5%. Clear, everybody? Yes. So if you want to check for 12.5%, how would you do? Same, 1.125 cube of this into 70 should give you 85. Can you confirm this, guys? Can you confirm if this is correct? Ishant, the number of questions changes, man. Ishant, it's not always fixed. Not always, Sangram. Not always. These are generic questions. AAGR, CAGR are generic questions. They might not ask. Do they give you formula for percentage increase? Do they give you formula for average? No. Just like that, they also won't help you. Okay? Clear, everybody? Yeah, that is closest. That is the closest. Yes. When you get 99, that's the closest. You can't go beyond that. There's no more than that. It's not possible. So this is the closest. Got it? Understood, everybody? So this would be the approximate value. Closest will be 12.5. Good to go? Yes. Shall we move on? Next one? Let's go. Which year saw the least growth rate in local sales? Least growth rate. So in local sales, they are asking, where did we see the least growth rate? From 18 to 19, I know there is a 0% change, correct? 0% change, exactly the same. 60 to 55, the value has decreased, so this will be negative. 55 to 45, the value has again decreased, which will be negative. 45 to 60, the value has increased, which is positive. So among 0, negatives and positive, which one will be least? Obviously negatives will be least, correct? That basically means what? 2019 can't be my answer because 18 to 19 won't work. 18 obviously I don't have because I don't have 17 to compare. 2019 also won't be there because the change there is 0%. 2022 also can't be my answer because the value is positive. So it has to be either 2019 or 2020. So how do we check? For 2019, what is the change? From, for 2020, 60 to 55 is minus 5 over what value? Over 60. This is for what year? 2020. Okay. And for 2021, what is the change? There is a drop of 10 over 55. Which one will give me a bigger value? Which one will give me a bigger change? Will it be 5 by 60 or 10 by 55? What is happening here? If you forget the minus signs for a while, okay? If you forget the minus signs for a while, forget the negative signs, what can you see? The numerator is increasing, the denominator is decreasing. So what happens when the numerator increases and the denominator decreases? The value, overall value increases. So this is greater, but this is greater in negative. Mind you, this is greater in negative. The minus sign is still there. That means 2021 will have the least growth. Got it? Super, very good. Yes, yes. Amazing, amazing. Yes. Perfect. Here, do I need to calculate? Should I sit and calculate? No. I just need to analyze. Yes, I just need to analyze. I don't even need to sit and calculate. No calculator required. I'm just analyzing the fractions. I'm just comparing the fractions. Yes. Hi, Santosh. All good. All good, buddy. How are you doing? Next question. They are introducing profit. They are saying if a profit of 25% was showed in the year 2020. So, year 2020 is here. I have the total sales, I have the local and international sales. I don't need local and international, I just need the total sales. But what they're saying is profit of 25%. You know that profit is calculated on what? Profit is calculated on the total cost, not on the total sales, right? So this is total sales. I can't obviously use total sales for it, but they're saying 25%. So on whatever was the total cost, let's say C was the total cost. On this, if I were to increase it by 25%, on this, if I increase it by 25%, that is 25% profit, correct? 25% of the cost increase. This is 90. From here, they're asking us what the cost was. So how much is this? This is 1.25 times of C is 90. So C would be 90 divided by 1.25. Simple question, which is 72. Do I have 72? Yes, I have. Option D, 72 million. Clear, everybody? Yes, perfect. Sangram Aryan, yes. Done? Sorted? For the last question of the set, in which year is the ratio of income from international to total the highest? International to total, these two. This ratio is highest for which year they are asking? This ratio is highest for which year? They want us to check 22, 18, 20 and 21. That means they don't want us to check 2020. We can remove 2019. Sorry, they don't want us to check 2019. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 to confirm. Yes. Again, what is ratio? Can you guys tell me what is ratio? Ratio is nothing but fractions. That's it. So this will be 20:80, which is 20 upon 80. This will be 35:90, that is 35 by 90. This is 15:60, which is 15 by 60. This is 25:85, that is 25 by 85. If you look at these values, again you can answer this without the help of a calculator. How? This is how much? This is 1 by 4. This is how much? This is also 1 by 4. So if one of the 1 by 4s is my answer, then the other 1 by 4 is also my answer. Getting it? If 2018 1:4 is my answer, then 2021 1:4 will also be my answer. But can I have two right answers? Obviously not. So these are gone. I just need to compare these two. What do I have to compare? I have to compare 35 by 90 with 25 by 85. Yes, values are very close though. Values are very, very close, correct? I can say 35 around 2 point something. Around 2 point something will give me 90. 25 is around 3 point something in the denominator. Getting this? 35 into 3 is more than 90. 25 into 3 is less than 85. Yes. So this value, if I were to divide, this will be 1 by a value which is less than 3. This would be 1 by a value which is more than 3. Same numerators, smaller denominator, larger denominator. Smaller denominator will be greater, correct? So 35 by 90, which is 2020 is my answer, option C. Clear, everybody? Yes. See how I dealt with it. I did not use the calculator here. I just saw that 35 one times, so I'll write 35. See, 35 one times, 35 two times, 35 three times is 105. So 90 is between these two values, correct? It is greater than 2 but less than 3. On the other hand, if I look at 25, 25 one time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. 85 is between these two. So it's between 3 and 4. Greater than 3, this is lesser than 3. I hope you are understanding this. So smaller denominator means larger fraction. End of story. Clear? So try to use this A and A method. A and A is what? Analyze and answer. Good? Now this is your simple set, right? This is not too complicated. It's not using too many advanced concepts and it's not even using multiple concepts at once, right? Now we'll look at a cat level set. Are you all ready for this? Drop a ready in the chat to let me know you're ready for the cat level set, guys. Quick. Quickly drop ready in the chat. Sangram, I've actually done a proper session on this also, AAGR, CAGR. If you go to the first lecture in the series, DI fundamentals, watch that. I've explained that in detail, buddy, there. So here's the set. I'll give you some time to read through it. Read and then answer, okay? So I'm giving you say 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes should be sufficient. Read this, understand this and see if you can answer it, okay? Try it. If you want to see the questions, do let me know. Do you want to see the questions? Okay, here are the questions. Go back to the set. Here it is. Wanna see the questions? Yes, Rishita. Yes, yes, yes. We do have a session this week. Right, Atharv. Any luck, guys? Able to solve it? Last 3 minutes. No multiple cases. No multiple cases. Time's up. Okay, let's see this one, shall we? Yes, it does look a lengthy one, and it is a lengthy one in fact. Yes, it is a lengthy set. Let's quickly have a look at it. So what they've given us is the employment rate, okay? The employment rate of 5 schools. Employment rate means what? Percentage of students who can be employed, right? So 5 schools A, B, C, D, E. I have 5 schools A, B, C, D, E here that have 2 groups, science and commerce. So there's science and there's commerce also, okay? Total students in these schools are 16,000, 6,000, 6,600, 6,300 and 7,000 respectively. So basically what they're saying is, for example, if we look at school A, there's a total of 16,000 students, correct? Out of these 16,000 students, some of these students are science, some of these students are commerce, okay? We don't know how many are science, how many are commerce, we don't know, right? Some number of students, say, let's say if X is science, then the remaining 16,000 minus X are commerce. Next, what they're saying is, blue is science, correct? 48% of the science students of X, 48% of X are employable. Same way commerce, which is orange, which is 68%. So of this group, 68% of 16,000 minus X are employable. And combined means what? What do you mean by combined? Of the total 16,000, 57% are employable. This way I can make equations and I can find the value of X. If I find X, I can find 48% of X. If I find X, I can find 16,000 minus X. If I find X, I can find 68% of X, everything. So what's the equation here? What's the equation? This 48% of X plus this 68% of 16,000 minus X, this value is equal to this. Imagine doing this for all the 5 schools, A, B, C, D, E. All 5 schools I have to put this equation, solve for X every single time. Very irritating, correct? Let's have a look at the questions. What is the ratio of the number of students in a particular school? In which school is the number of employable commerce students? Not just employable, but employable commerce students the highest, indefinite. Total number of employable in school A. By what percentage is the number of science students of A less than total number of commerce students? Number of science students is what percentage? So we should technically be getting a perfect bay, correct? We have only one indefinite here. Only one indefinite, everything else is definite. We'll get a perfect bay. Correct, Sangram. Yes. This is what I was looking for. Instead of sitting and finding the equation like this, making equations like this, if you are comfortable with mixtures and allegations, are you comfortable with allegations, guys? Have you learnt allegations? If you are good with allegations, this entire set becomes a smooth sailing one. It is complicated, but at least you can solve it smoothly. How? A, for school A, right? Instead of doing this equation, what was the equation? Out of 16,000, so 57% of 16,000 is equal to, science is 48% of X plus 68% of 16,000 minus X. I can either do this using equations, but this might be a little lengthier, more complicated one. What's the faster way of solving it? Using allegations. Easy. Yes. Science is how much? 48%. Commerce is how much? 68%. Yes. Overall is how much? 57%. Overall is how much? 57. I'll put T for school T. Okay. School T 57%. Total is 57%. What's the overall? Overall is 16,000. Correct. Now look at this. If I use allegation, my job becomes halfway there. Halfway. How? I allegate these two. What I should do is bigger number minus the smaller number. Finish. 57 minus 48. How much is 57 minus 48, guys? How much is 57 minus 48? 57 minus 48 is what? 9. How much is 68 minus 57? Always bigger number minus smaller number. 68 minus 57, 11. This is the ratio in which they are split. 11:9. End of story. What does this mean? Out of 16,000, 11 parts are science, 9 parts are commerce. Finish. Now is this easy to solve? Yes, it has become so much more simple for us to solve. Why? Because total how many parts? Total how many parts? Total 20 parts. Out of total 20 parts, 11 parts is science. So of 16,000, 11 by 20 is science. And same for commerce, out of 20 parts, 9 parts is commerce of how much? 16,000. Finish. I can find out easily number of students in both. So 16,000 into 11 by 20 is how much? 8,800. So total science students are 8,800 in school A, and 16,000 into 9 by 20 is how much? 7,200. 7,200 commerce students there. Got it? Yes, Ananya. Yes, yes, Santosh. Very good. Okay, I have not seen the answers yet. Sangram, perfect. Yes, yes, very good. Clear? Yes. I hope this is understandable. So now you can find out total students in science in school A, commerce in school A. From here, can I find the employable one? Yes, I can. How? From here, 8,000 out of 8,800, 48% are employable, correct? So what is 48% of 8,800? 4,224. So 4,224 students are employable. Same way here, 7,200 is how much? 68%. So 4,896, out of this 4,896 students are employable. Got it? This you can do. So this we have done for school A. Done. Same we can do for school B, C, D and E. So once I finish for B, C, D and E, I can put it in a table like this, or I can put it in a table like this, where I can enter all the values, get it over with. If you want, you can do the calculation also. I've avoided doing the calculation. If you want, you can do the calculation, or you can skip it. Choice is yours. Ultimately, once the table is ready, you can answer all of these questions. Okay? No, Aryan, one and the same thing, yeah. Allegations is a method of solving. That's it. Method of solving linear equations. Simple as that. Okay? So, take this up as a homework. Yes, take this up as a homework. Try doing the set on your own and send me the answers on the Telegram group, or maybe comment it on this video. Yes, if you want the Telegram group is here. This is my Telegram group. You can send the answers here for verification. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll mark all the answers for these questions. I'll mark all the answers in the notes. And where can you find the notes? You can find the notes here on the app. So you just have to go to the app, jump to the app, Search CAT Fundamentals 2026. This is a free app, so you can enroll for free. You can find the notes there, the PDF, where I've marked the right answer. Verify it with your answer. Got it? Yes. Superb, Santosh. Very good. Nice. Sangram, man, I won't be able to do that because I just got 2 sets, right? So I'll want you to try the second one. That's why I always bring 2 sets in YouTube sessions. One where we sit and do. Second one, I'll just give you the gist of it, the idea behind it, and then you have to do the rest of it. Okay, man? Yes. So with this, we are done with the session. Don't forget to try that question. Okay, it's a very interesting question. It might seem lengthy. It is lengthy, it is time consuming, but it's a doable set compared to maybe a set that is too complicated. This one is a doable one. Okay, cool. Shall we end the session then? Yeah, do try it. Do let me know what answers you get. Yes. Cheers, everybody. All the very best. Cheers. Tata.